So what is going on, everybody? Fernando Silva here with another video, and I wanted to break away from the iPad content a little bit and talk about my most used Apple product pretty much of all time, and it has to be my Apple Watch Series 5 in the 44mm variant. So I wanted to show you guys 10 ways of how I use my Apple Watch on a daily basis to make me as productive as possible and to honestly kind of unlock the Apple ecosystem from the iPhone to the Mac to the iPad and everything all around it. So without further ado, let's hop right into this video and figure out how I use my Apple Watch Series 5. And all these things are going to apply to pretty much any Apple Watch at this point, so let's get into it. So the number one thing that I use my Apple Watch for is the viewfinder. So if you guys are unaware, you can actually use your Apple Watch no matter what series it is. I was actually doing this with the Apple Watch Series 0 way back in the day, but you can use any Apple Watch as a viewfinder for your iPhone. So for instance, I use my iPhone 13 Pro Max as my main camera for this channel. So in order for me to use the rear cameras and take advantage of the cameras on the back of the phone, which are way better than the selfie cameras, what I do is actually I use the Apple Watch as a viewfinder, which you guys can see right here, to actually frame my shots and make sure that I'm in the center of the shot, make sure that it sees exactly what I want to see. And especially for when I walk into the actual intro, I can look at my watch real quick, see that I'm kind of in the middle of the screen, I'm good to go, and then basically make a decision as to whether or not I need to change the angle of the camera. So having the Apple Watch as a viewfinder is absolutely amazing, and I've actually even seen people put the Apple Watch and tie it to the back of the actual iPhone so you can just see exactly where you are instead of having it on your wrist. I like it in this fashion right here, but overall, it is my most used feature of the Apple Watch by far, especially because I record these videos on the iPhone. So if you guys haven't played with that yet, definitely try it out because it's not just for this situation. It's for you to set up your iPhone and set up like a group shot for everybody to be in it because it has a timer on there and it works with both video and photo, and you can take screenshots and you can stop and start the recording straight from here. So overall, love this feature with that Apple Watch. And then my next most used feature has to be the fitness aspect, right? I still tell people that if you just want a fitness watch, the Apple Watch is still by far my favorite fitness watch to recommend for anybody. So if you just need a fitness watch, go out and get the cheapest Apple Watch that you can find, that still works, and then use that as your pure fitness watch because I do have the heart rate monitor. It tracks all your fitness workouts. And then what I tell people is that yes, you can get a dedicated, fitness watch, from Fitbit or things like that. But with the Apple Watch itself, not only do you have the built-in stuff from Apple, so you have all the fitness trackers, right? You have your indoor walk, your outdoor walk, your run, your rowing, your swimming, your biking, anything that you would think of, your weight training is already built into the Apple Watch. You have your Apple Fitness in there, but then on top of that, let's say you get bored of Apple Fitness and Apple's applications, you then have thousands, and I mean thousands of applications or workout applications that you can use on your Apple Watch. So if you get bored of Apple, try the Nike Run app. If you get bored of Nike, try MyFitnessPal. Like if you get bored of that one, there's an abundance of different new applications that are coming out every single day that you can try for working out on your Apple Watch versus with a Fitbit or anything else. I'm sorry that I'm attacking Fitbit. I think Fitbit is great. My dad uses Fitbit. It's just the only one that comes to mind right now. But whatever you get with Fitbit is what you get versus with the Apple Watch. You can have whatever you want basically. So fitness is by far the second most used, application or thing that I do with the Apple Watch. Okay, so these next few features have to do with the Apple Watch and how it kind of unlocks, your use of the Apple ecosystem, right? So for instance, you see my current setup right now. I have an external monitor that's connected via USB-C to my closed in clamshell MacBook Air, and then I use my iPad Pro to kind of navigate everything with that, right? In order for you to log into your MacBook Air, you usually need to use Touch ID in order for you to unlock it, or you need to type in your password. Typing in your password does get tedious, and I want to keep it on clamshell mode, so what you do is you use your Apple Watch to help you unlock your macOS device. So the way that you do that is make sure that you have a passcode on your Apple Watch, because you need a passcode in order for this to work. Then just go into your settings and set it up to unlock with your Apple Watch. So as long as your Apple Watch is near you, you can unlock your Mac computer with it still in clamshell mode and without having to use any biometric forms of unlock like Face ID or Touch ID. And that's a big deal for me because I don't want to have to open up my computer from clamshell mode to unlock my iPad or unlock my macOS computer every single time. So having that to unlock my macOS computer is awesome, and it works the same way with your iPhone. So this video will come out before 15.4, the public release to everybody. With that public release, you'll be getting Face ID that allows you to use your mask to, again, biometrically unlock your iPhone. But before that, you can actually use your Apple Watch in the same way that you would with your Mac computer. You can use it to unlock your iPhone. So same thing, make sure you have a passcode set up on the Apple Watch, and then it's gonna help you unlock your iPhone if you do have a mask on in public and you don't wanna take it off to Face ID unlock your iPhone. So those are two ways that I use it to kind of unlock everything. But then on top of that, same kind of idea with macOS. So let's say you're on your macOS computer, you want to use Apple Pay to pay for something online, but normally you have to use your finger to actually have that transaction happen with Touch ID. Same thing happens with Apple Watch. So you can actually finalize a transaction with Apple Pay on your macOS computer from your Apple Watch. So you don't have to open up your clamshell computer to use Touch ID to confirm that transaction. You can actually confirm it right from your Apple Watch. So those are 3 ways you can kind of use your Apple Watch to navigate this Apple ecosystem from a secure standpoint and without it being a very inefficient process. And then we have some other features that I use on a daily basis. So one of them is using your palm to reject all notifications on your Apple Watch. So if you're in the middle of a group chat and you get a bunch of notifications from iMessage, you just grab your palm, put it on your Apple Watch, and it'll turn off all those notifications. But it works best with phone calls. So let's say a phone call's coming in, you're in, maybe you're at a movie theater or something, and you want to stop that phone call from coming in, but you don't want to send them straight to voicemail. Just use your palm, put your palm on top of the Apple Watch when it's ringing, and it'll stop the ringing totally and just send them to voicemail after it's done ringing. So having that palm rejection is great to have. And then also, I actually use my Apple Watch to control a lot of my HomeKit stuff. So I have these Hue lights over here, which I use all the time, and maybe I don't have my phone on me or I don't want to use Siri. I just pull out my Apple Watch, go to the home application, and then start to adjust the lighting right there. So I use it for a lot of my smart home features too, which I love to have. And again, it just baffles me how much power we have with something so small just on your wrist. And it's, again, the best selling watch in the world. So aside from the viewfinder feature that I actually use pretty much every single day, this next one is actually probably my second, if not my most used feature, and it's just pinging your iPhone. So the amount of times that my iPhone gets stuck in between the cracks of a sofa, or I leave it in a jacket pocket, or I just leave it somewhere random in the house, and then having your watch being able to ping your iPhone. Now, the one thing that is annoying is that my dog always freaks out when I do ping the iPhone, but it does let me know exactly where it is. And it's very loud. It has worked like 100% of the time. And as long as you're within that vicinity, so there's 2 ways. As long as you're within that 50-foot radius of Bluetooth, or if you're still on the same Wi-Fi signal, it'll be able to reach that iPhone pretty much anywhere. The one thing where it's not gonna work like Find My. So let's say you leave your phone behind somewhere else, like not in your home, and you try to ping it, it's not gonna be able to ping, at least not with the ping feature on the Apple Watch. The ping feature is just if you physically lost it around you or in the same vicinity, but I use it every single day to find my iPhone. It's just, I lose it all the time. And then the last 2 features that I'm gonna talk about with the Apple Watch is, first off, clearing the water out of your Apple Watch speakers. So the Apple Watch Series 5 is waterproof to a certain extent. You can jump into the water with it, jump into a pool, but then sometimes if you try to take a phone call or play music from your Apple Watch directly, it's gonna sound crackly. That's because there's water inside of the speakers. And if you go into your control center on the Apple Watch and press on that little water icon or little water dot or droplet, and then spin your crown, then it's actually going to disperse all the water right out of there and it's going to be good to go. So I think that's an awesome feature, and it's very cool and tangible. You can feel the crown itself kind of like squeezing the water out, so it's cool to have, and that's a nice little feature. So if you have water inside of your speakers, you can just squirt them out. And then lastly, we're gonna talk about screenshots on the Apple Watch. So every now and then I like to take screenshots of my Apple Watch, especially if I'm doing some overlay thumbnails and things like that. So taking a screenshot, you literally just press the digital crown and press the actual physical button on the side, press them together, and you're gonna take a screenshot. It's gonna be automatically loaded into your photo library on your iPhone. So it's not gonna be saved on your Apple Watch, it's gonna be saved on your iPhone in that same resolution. So then after that, if you need to use that screenshot for anything, you're more than happy to. So those are the 10 ways that I use my Apple Watch Series 5. And just to give you guys a brief history of my personal usage with the Apple Watch Series, anyway. So I started off with the Apple Watch Series 0, the very first one that came out, the original one, and that one lasted me about 5-6 years. And it wasn't until I upgraded to Apple Watch Series 5 where I really saw a big upgrade. I saw all the differences. This Apple Watch actually worked very, very quickly compared to the original OG Apple Watch. So overall, I'm a big fan of Apple Watches. I'm not the person that's gonna upgrade every single year, nor should anybody upgrade unless you're a fanatic of them. I'm not gonna upgrade to the Series 7. I might not upgrade until the Series 9 or 10, because these things for me, as long as the viewfinder is still working and working well, which for the last 2 years has been working extremely well, then I'm all good to go, because that's the main reason I use it, right? I use it for notifications, I use it for working out, I use it as a viewfinder, and I use it to ping my lost iPhone for most of the time, right? So those are the main features that I have, and as long as I can still use those main features, I see no reason to upgrade to whatever Apple Watch is currently out. So I'm holding out. The bigger screen isn't something that I really need on the Apple Watch. And just to tell you guys which one I have the Apple Watch Series 5 in space gray, the 44mm one, and the regular sport edition. So I didn't shell out any extra money for the titanium or anything like that, but I absolutely love it. Again, if you're looking for a fitness watch, if you're in the Apple ecosystem and you need a key to really unlock all the usability, Apple Watch is the way to go. Highly recommend it. I'll leave some links down below because I think any Apple Watch will serve you right. Just find one that's at the correct price for you. And if you want the Series 7, go for it. Or if you want to get a refurbished Series 6 or Series 5, or even a Series 4 that they still sell, which is basically the Apple Watch SE, highly recommend it. But that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed something a little bit different, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that thumbnail, because I thought that thumbnail was pretty cool. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, leave a little dolphin if you guys made it to the end. Check out channel sponsor Paperlike, check out Sansama, and until next time everybody, leave a comment down below. Which Apple Watch series do you guys have? Do you guys own an Apple Watch? Are you in the smartwatch ecosystem at all? Do you have maybe an Android smartwatch? Those are other ones that I definitely want to try out, and we do have Android phones here, so we could pick up some Android smartwatches and start comparing some. But let me know in the comments down below, and until next time everybody, I'm out of here. Peace.